Hi there, Mrs. Chester on take two. Yes, I've decided to do a second take on the video. I couldn't say necessitated a minute ago, so I said let's just start this all over. Okay. This morning necessitated a trip to Walmart for a couple of reasons. First reason being my friend from upstate just moved into housing, and she is in a place that needs everything. So I said I would send her a gift card. I was going to mail it off. So that means I have to go buy one. Yes, yes. And the second thing was I wanted dryer balls. I haven't washed my down pillows since I bought them. And I can't remember how long it's been since I bought them. When I took the covers off the pillows the other day, I'm looking at them and they look like they belonged in a flop house. I'm like, no, this has to be washed. So with some internet research, I found out that you can wash down pillows in the dryer. You have to place them upright. You have to place them, with X amount of detergent and Y and put 2 there so they balance. And I've been told that you have to put them in the dryer for like up to 6 hours, which is absolutely insane in weather like this. It's been really hot over this past few days. So I said, right, let me go get the dryer balls. So in a cool evening, I can do this and, get it done. The worst thing that happens is I have to throw the pillows out if they don't dry properly. And like I said, I've had them a number of years. So I needed dryer balls and I needed a gift card. And I said, well, while I'm in there, let's see what else Walmart has. Maybe nail polish, because I'm growing my nails. And the only polish I have is like years old, and it's either really dark or it's all sticky and dried out. So I called up my friend Robert and said, you want to go out to Walmart? He lives near one of them. They're in Zone 12 where I am. The 2 closest Walmarts are in Center Each and Middle Island, because that's all they could think to name the towns back then. So he lives near the one in Center Each. We went and we got there about between 9:30 and 10 o'clock. And he was out doing his thing, and I'm looking around, like, wow, this is real crap. I mean, I see $3 t-shirts, but everything else is just no bargains. There are no bargains in Walmart. I tried to buy shoes there recently, and it was such either flimsy shoes or heavy shoes. And I can't do flimsy or heavy because of the way I walk now. I have to have like flat shoes, and they have to have a certain weight to them, and they can't be made out of cardboard, and they can't weigh 3 pounds a piece either. Maybe next week when I talk about Father's Day, or maybe before that, I will show you my Overstock.com shoe haul. So we went to Haul-Mart, and we didn't get a haul of anything. And then we went to an odd lot place, which had just opened up, which turned out to be almost exactly the same as another odd lot place we had just left, and I bought some things there. And on the way back, I did a little bit of yard sailing. Yard sailing is when you go down the streets in this neighborhood anyway, in Long Island. We have yard sales like every block, and people buy things. I showed you in my thumbnail one of these wonderful yard sale hauls I bought last year. I have no idea why I bought it, but it was $1.50. Anyway, last year, there's a place about 2 blocks from here where I got an entire box of 78s, like a haul, a true 78 haul. Maybe one day I'll list them for you, but like 60 records for $5, and there were Weber and Fields, and there was some Caruso, and there were some one-sided ones, and just fabulous for me. Some fabulous stuff, and maybe in the future I will be playing them. So let me just check off my list of what I was going to talk about. Haul-Mart, yard sailing, stealthing. As I was opening the window before, I see a squirrel outside sneaking about because I have a cat, and the squirrels are aware of the cat, even though the cat doesn't feel like chasing the squirrels all the time. And I said, wow, that squirrel is stealthing. And stealthing is one of those terms they use now. Back in the day, it used to be called just being a bastard. But stealthing is when you're having protected sex with someone and the person wearing the protection decides to sneak it off. And there's been a lot of terms for nasty behavior. There's ghosting, for one. Ghosting is when you don't talk to people anymore. It used to be like, oh, I never hear from anymore. And no, now it's ghosting. And it used to be like, that bastard took off the rubber, and now, oh, that guy is stealthing. And there's another one, hoovering, which sounds like a wonderful thing to do if you like the guy. But hoovering is when you try to suck somebody back into your life after you've dumped them. Now, I've been guilty of that, but I certainly wouldn't have called it hoovering. Back in my day, we just say trying to get him back. So it seems there are ever new ways to call somebody a bastard. Which reminds me of George Carlin, if you are familiar with his routine on post-traumatic stress syndrome, PTSD. Back in the day, it was shell shock, then battle fatigue, then PTSD. We always have new names, new syndromes, new ways to diagnose the same old crap that's going on. And now PTSD, while it used to mean people who had come back from war, now refers to pretty much any sort of violent trauma that a person undergoes. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because once you have a diagnosis, hopefully you can get some medication for it. But in all my years, these terms come up and like, okay, what do they mean? What did we used to call it? Oh, look at my eyebrows go. Boing, boing, boing. And yeah, yard sailing, Haul-Mart, stealthing. I was going to talk about not getting a tattoo, and I think I have enough time to do that. Lately, things have just been very boring in my life. I've lost enthusiasm. I haven't gone to the anhedonia phase or the ennui phase, but I'm just like, do I want to go to that craft fair? That's another thing. On the way to and on the way from Walmart, we got detoured for many, many blocks because there was a street fair going on. And street fairs are great if you have kids. Take them out, whatever, let them throw up in the street, and you get them a snow cone and go on the bouncy house, and you hope no other kid has wet himself in the bouncy house. I did all this stuff long ago, and I certainly remember doing it with my children, but they're grown, and I don't want to be subjected to listening to other people's kids. Oh, what a bad woman you are, Annette. I used my real name. Yes, Annette is my real name, but Mrs. Chester is who I am here. So, on that reveal, and the reveal that I'm not getting a tattoo, the tattoo I wasn't going to get was an Italian phrase meaning to hell with it. It goes, all'inferno con esso. And it looks really great when it's written out. And that's the kind of mood I've been in. But my daughter goes, you know, Mom, if you put that on, people will think you speak Italian. Yeah. Well, I'm through, and I'll probably be back with my shoe haul later in the week. If not, I'll see you for Father's Day, and I hope everybody is staying as cool as can be under the circumstances. Stay strong and be happy. That's something my father used to say all the time. Just be happy.